Chapter 6. Saved. The next evening, Nisha was nervous. The photos she'd taken that morning had turned out perfectly, but she was still worried that her parents would not believe her. She geared up to show them, but then there was a knock at the front door. "That'll be the developer," said Dad. "Answer the door, please, Nisha." She rushed and opened the door, hoping that her plan had worked. "Good evening, Nisha." It was Dr. Robinson. "Can I introduce you to my friend, Professor Watkins? She works at the university in the entomology department, and she is so eager to meet you. We were fascinated by your email about the creatures you've discovered. I'm sorry we couldn't make it here to witness the curling leaves in time." "Tomorrow, maybe," replied Nisha. "Why don't you come and meet my parents?" She led the guests into the dining room and introduced them to her parents. Nisha's parents exchanged a puzzled look, but, seeing their daughter's excitement, they stood quietly while Nisha began her presentation on the creatures. The professor examined the photos and the bright yellow sample that Nisha had collected. The professor and Dr. Robinson nodded in unison. Professor Watkins pored over Nisha's notebook and beamed. "I wish some of my students were as accurate as you." Nisha's parents' eyes opened wide. After some time, a lot of explanation, and many cups of tea, everyone agreed. Nisha had indeed found something amazing, possibly even a new species. "I always knew you were clever, but this? You're a real scientist." "I'm sorry we didn't believe you," said Nisha's dad. "We were just so busy with the shop. I mean, we can't sell the grove now." He was interrupted by another knock at the door. "Oh," exclaimed Nisha's mother, "that'll be the developer." She cautiously opened the door and invited the developer in. Nisha's mom and dad took him into the living room and closed the door, leaving Nisha and the scientists in the dining room. After what felt like forever, the developer left. "What now?" Nisha asked her mom. "Well, we've told him we absolutely can't sell now, but that still leaves us with a money problem." "Oh, I wouldn't worry about that," said Professor Watkins. "That's probably the least of your worries. With what we have seen, we will apply for this area to be specially protected. I am sure you will receive compensation for that protection." The family breathed a huge sigh of relief. Nisha's mom and dad embraced her in a huge hug. "To our scientist and her discovery! 3 cheers! Hip hip hooray!" Nisha smiled to herself. Science had won out in the end.